Ladies and gentlemen, you join us with the Triumph Thruxton 400, and this is easily the most beautiful motorcycle in the Triumph 400 range. It is also among the most comfortable cafe racers I've ever been on, but one must note that it is the least comfortable in the Triumph 400 range. Now don't get me wrong, as a cafe racer, this motorcycle offers a very comfortable position, which means for motorcycles in this price range, cafe racers, you can spend more kilometers in this riding position without as much fatigue than any other motorcycle in this segment. But that said, if you're going to ask me, is it good for touring? To answer that question, I must say that the Splendor is also good for touring, but it is not a motorcycle made for that purpose. Similarly, this is also not a motorcycle made for that purpose. You can do touring on it with some discomfort and some compromises from your end, but this motorcycle is built for sporty riding. For those of you who have ridden the Speed 400, it's going to be easy to understand how this motorcycle feels. The feeling of the front end at the clip-on bars is a lot more direct. Triumph have retuned the suspension to accommodate the 4 extra kilos, and there is 140 mm travel at the front and 130 mm at the rear. Now this is done to optimize the motorcycle for Indian conditions, and it has worked quite well because the motorcycle is very quick to turn in and holds its line through a corner very easily. The only problem I personally felt when riding this motorcycle is that it is a little too compact for my size. I'm 6'1" tall, and most of the time I feel a bit cramped on this motorcycle, especially when going around tight corners. But that should not be a problem for people around the 5'8", 5'9" mark. In terms of performance, Triumph India claim that the Speed 400 is 1 second slower from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. While they could have just slapped on a fairing, changed the tank and left it at that, we appreciate Triumph India having gone the extra distance, having made the extra effort to extract a little more power from this engine. In the Thruxton, the same engine develops 2 more horsepower with a 1000 RPM higher rev ceiling. The peak power is delivered 1000 RPM later, and that makes this motorcycle more eager to carry each gear for a longer time. And to make advantage of that, they have also changed the rear sprocket. The final drive gearing is now slightly taller than the Speed 400 because this motorcycle has a 43-tooth sprocket at the rear, which enables it to reach a higher top speed. What I like best about the Thruxton 400 is that this is the most realistic, most practical cafe racer, single-cylinder cafe racer I can think of. And to make things even sweeter, Triumph India has priced this motorcycle at Rs 2.74 lakh ex-showroom and given it many attractive colors, including this bright yellow. So as far as I can see, Triumph India have done an excellent job at making a cafe racer.